So actually, I really like the way that looks. It's very simple, but I like the way that looks. And I need more bulrushes over here. More with the bulrushes. There we go. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Dave from the Wee Hours here, back with some more Parkitect, where you're going to notice some small, minor changes to the park that we were working on here in Archipelago Adventures. Just some tiny little touches that I may or may not have done since the last time we looked at Parkitect. And by minor, I mean hugely catastrophic. So the island that you remember is not so much that island anymore. I've made a lot of changes here. Here's what happened. Two things happened, basically. One, this was going to be the first recording that I had done with my new PC, my new desktop that I love. I've had it about 48 hours. It's an absolute beast. It does everything that I want it to do. It's fantastic. So I thought, great, I'll do some Parkitect. That'll be a good little test recording for me to do. Now, in doing that, obviously, I moved a lot of stuff from A to B. So everything from the old desktop had to go over to the new desktop. That's taken me a couple of days to put all my software over there, editing and recording and getting Steam going and downloading games and yada, yada, yada. So all of that got taken care of, and here I am ready to record some Parkitect. And I did. I recorded an entire episode. About 3 hours of my life was taken up with recording an episode of Parkitect. And then I thought, that's fantastic. I can't wait to get this up on the channel, and I recorded the entire thing without audio. Nope, not a darn thing. So all the work that I have done to this island, you'll never know about it. I recorded it. It had absolutely no audio to it. So unless you just want to see a no commentary channel, which it's just not that kind of channel. I know no commentary channels get a lot of views, but I'm just not a no commentary kind of guy. I'm just going to basically bring you up to speed. Here's how this has gone down. So I added a ride over here. We added Twister over here, and that's doing just fine. I have a thought to maybe put a wall and a roof around that for rain protection, but I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. I've walled and roofed off all of the delivery area as best I can, or at least as far out as I can go. There's a border there that I can't get any farther out. I've put a huge building around, what is this, Wipeout or something? It's a thing. Yeah, whatever that is. Wipeout. Okay, Wipeout has a huge building around it that people seem to really dig because, you know, it's pouring rain right now. But they can still go on Wipeout and enjoy themselves. Decoratives everywhere. I've done a ton of decorations. I moved the toilets. I've kind of nudged them up against this building, so I got a little bit more room over here for Twister. We researched snow cones, so I've added that in here. I wasn't able to get a depot in here and the underground tunnel. There just really wasn't the room to squeeze that in unless I brought Twister out and over the water, and I just frankly don't like the way that looks. It doesn't appeal to me, so I'm not going to do it. So guests are a teensy bit fussy that they actually see the hauler come and go in here, but I think they'll learn to cope. I think if that's the worst that happens on this island, that's not too bad. I put a raft in the water because I have a raft. I didn't even know I had a raft, but there's a raft here and some buoys and stuff, and it looks really neat. It's very cool, and I've left some space in this building for a different shop down the road when we unload that, or unlock it rather. The big thing is the roller coaster. So the roller coaster that I had put up in the last episode was terrifying and horrible and way too intense, and it looked really cool. I mean, it had a big loop and stuff, and people were shot around at 90 miles an hour, but more than a couple of commenters came in and said, that's neat, but nobody is ever going to ride that because it's way too intense. I think it had a 90% intensity rating, if I'm remembering correctly, so nobody's going to ride it. So as cool as it looked and as fun as it was to design it, the overall goal of Archipelago Adventures is money and satisfaction, customer experience, guest experience. So if nobody's going to ride it, that kind of doesn't meet it on either of those regards. I do like the fact you can see the ride through the window. That's neat. I like that. I like the fact the windows work. I know it's a small touch, but I like the fact the windows work. Oh, there's a supply of tea. Good. Okay, great. Well, bubble tea will be doing better then. Everybody loves the hats, by the way. The souvenir stand is killing it. Everybody loves the hats. We'll have to look at bumping the prices up in those. And as a side note, I did sort of do some general price fidgeting as best I could, and I'll keep picking at that as we go along. I also zoned out this one island as one zone, hired a couple of more people, and zoned some of the people out so they just work on this island. Like, I've got 2 mechanics. One is zoned for this island. One is kind of free form, and I did that with security and janitors and whatnot. Back to the roller coaster, I tore it all down. I demolished it. It took me quite a while to put it back up because of the fidgety build area here. If I just had a big flat space, I could have done it faster, but here's the roller coaster that we've got now. Here's what I've redone with the roller coaster. So it's a little boring. I'm not going to lie. It's a little dull in terms of its appearance, but it's way less intense, and the thing gets packed up every single time. So people go up here, they go around a loop, they come down, not at, 90 miles an hour. They come along here, it banks a little bit so people aren't thrown off into space, and then it comes around here and comes down and banks again, and then does a little wibbly bit down here. Oh, Gravitron is available. Good. Hold that thought, roller coaster. Okay, so thrill rides, why don't you get started on... what would be a good thing for you to get started on? How about water rides? Go on water rides, and then when you're done with water rides, I'm going to have you do another shop. So people come along here, they do a little bit of a wibbly bit here, and then it just all slows down, and they get back into their little thing here. And the queue goes all along here. I put up some pavilions here for, some degree of rain protection so people aren't miserable while they're standing in here. But if we go to the stats on the roller coaster, it's now down to 50% excitement. So it's still high excitement, but it's not, terrifying people all the time. Intensity down to 25.5, so it's a low intensity ride. Nausea, very low. Got that down to virtually nothing. 5.5 on nausea. So I think all in all, people are going to be more happy with this. Indeed, 16 people have recently said Steel Coaster was awesome. Satisfaction rating of 79%. I'm pretty okay with that. I could fidget with it for a while and try to bump that up a little bit, but I'm pretty happy with 79% for one of my roller coasters anyway. Got to keep people happy. Got to keep the money coming in. That is the whole point of Archipelago Island. Oh, and I put a water tower down. Just in case you missed it, I put a water tower down. One of my favorite decorations, in fact. So that's everything that you missed while I messed up the recording. I kind of figured, the first one was going to be a little bit of an issue. I checked my settings 2, 3, 4 times, and I still missed something. I realize now what I missed, but that's all largely irrelevant. So there it is. That's bringing you back up to speed. There's a little bit of an area over here that I haven't really done too much with decorations with, although I've pretty much fleshed out everything else as best as I want to. And as we go to our decorations here, apart from this little bit of trash or vomit or whatever that is that somebody will get momentarily, they're all broadly pretty happy with the decorative level. A lot of greens going on here. A little bit of a vomit issue over there. I have to kind of remember where I am in this save now, because I do have the 2 janitors, right? Yeah, 2 janitors. Okay, you're in zone 1, and you're going wherever you need to. Okay, good. That's exactly what I want. So what you missed at the end of the last episode is I said I wanted to kind of, air quotes, get this island done, which I'll pick at it a little bit, but I feel I'm broadly okay with this island, and then move on to either this little patch of land over here or this bigger one over here. And having a think about it while I was pulling what remains of my hair out, realizing that there was no audio on the last episode, I think I'm going to move into this little block of land over here. Because what I feel is this area here would be perfect for a bank of shops. I could get a depot up in here, get the underground tunnel up in here somehow. I'm going to have to obviously have it go under the water and then come back up. It'll work somehow. I'll make it work. And it's pouring rain again. Oh, I should get them going on more shops, because then we might unlock the umbrella stand thing. But this area over here, which is almost completely flat, a little bit of terraforming is going to make this super nice and flat. What rides have we not put down yet? What have we got kicking around in our arsenal here? Car ride we haven't done, and Ferris wheel we haven't done. Oh, you know what? Ferris wheel would also be perfect, right, for that little stretch, wouldn't it? Ferris wheel would just fit in there really nicely. Oh, I may have to rethink my shop idea. I mean, we've got the shops right here, and other commenters had said, you know, don't bunch up your shops, have variety and have them spread out a little bit. So variety I've done. We've only got one of each so far. Did I got to kind of remember what I have and have not done. Okay, I did put the info kiosk down over here. We could still put a cash machine down somewhere. Ferris wheel might work super good right there. What are my other options? What else have I got kicking around? Thrill rides. Oh, what the heck is Turbillion? Turbilon? I didn't even know we researched that. I knew we just did Gravitron. What the heck is a Tourbillon? Oh, whatever. Oh, it's one of those things. Okay, it's kind of huge. It's kind of gargantuan. I don't know if that's going to work for that island. It'll definitely work over here. Could definitely squeeze that in over here. That is not a problem. I think that's a little big for what I want over here. How about, yeah, Gravitron's a little more reasonable. That's a little more sensible. Water rides. What have I got? Oh, frickin' paddle boats. I have Log Flume. I do love Log Flume. I just really like saying flume over and over and over again. What if I started Log Flume here and then kind of looped it around here? Huh. That might be a thing I could do. Or I could just plunk down Log Flume over here and just call it a day. Paddle boats. Where could I put paddle boats? They need kind of a larger animation. So I'm not sure if they're going to work in this sort of little rivulet, if you will. Let me have a think about what my next move is here. Well, I'm probably going to live to regret it, and this will probably take me another 3 hours out of my life, but I'm going to take a stab at paddle boats. So, they're not cheap. 1,100, they ain't cheap. So, if I plunk some good old paddle boats right here, and then where are the stations? Entrance, exit. No, I just want another station, please. Yeah, give me one of those. And can I get one? No, let me just quickly delete that. I just want that going in the other direction. That's my goal here. Back to rides, back to, oh god, paddle boats. Yeah, I want this more here-ish. Yeah, give me that. Okay, I'm going to see if that's actually going to work. Give me the queue there and the exit over here while I kind of formulate a plan as to how this is going to work. So if I did the queue, I don't care. Give me any queue. Give me I don't know, a yellow queue. There we go. Yellow. Everybody loves yellow. So if I did a queue here and then to here and here, okay. And then if I just did the regular path, go away, you go away, here to here, and then here. Well, before I get too far into that, does that work? Can I turn that on? Not enough space on the water. Yeah, okay. I thought it was going to be a little fidgety. All right, I don't think I've really got the room in these little rivulets for paddle boats. It is kind of a larger animation, and we ran into that couple of scenarios ago. That's fine. You know what? Just delete it. That's okay. We'll just go back to Log Flume. We'll go back to Plan A. Everybody loves Log Flume. Let's just go back to that. Yeah, get that out of there. Thank you. Okay, back to Log Flume. I did some terraforming here to flatten this all out. So give me Log Flume. Oh, I love Log Flume. Now, make sure this is going to be able to wrap back around the biggest problem I had designing this coaster, which is nothing fancy. It's an incredibly dull and boring roller coaster. But the biggest issue is getting this to loop back to the beginning of the station because it was kind of cramped around here. So that took me a few tries to do that. I'm going to see if I can not have that happen this time and give myself plenty of room. If I had all of this space over here, plenty of room for the Log Flume to backtrack this way. Yeah, give me more stations, please. More stations for Log Flume. Okay, let me start this guy moving up. and see what we can do with this. Okay, so yeah, building it over here so I had plenty of room to loop things back around seems to have done very well. Again, kind of a simple track. Just goes up here through the water a little bit, up a little bit higher, and then you come crashing down here. Yeah, build that for me, and then go to straight, and that should do the trick there. I don't really think you need a block break. You'll be totally fine. Build that for me. Okay, perfect. Let's get the queue here, and the exit here. And then what I'll do is build a tunnel under here, over to here, and then probably over to here as well. A series of tunnels so people can get in and out around this area of the track. But for right now, just give me the queue for Log Flume. I do love saying Log Flume. This should probably be blue because, you know, water and all that. Yeah, give me that and something nice and blue. How about you went to... I'm going to leave some room for... I don't know, anything else. I'm not really sure what at this point. You can come over there and then go to there. Perfect. And bring me my path back, please. Give me the regular path. How am I going to do this? Let me think. Can I take it? Can I put a path there? Can I put a path there? Can I put a path there? Okay, apparently I can. Good. Well, then in that case, I don't need to sweat this too much, because this can just kind of come out here and then come down here. I may still reinvestigate my tunnel idea, because this would not be the worst place in the world to put some more shops. Put some more shops in here, especially if we unlock balloons. With the balloon shop, which is always kind of a theme park favorite, I had been going with my original notion of Bullfrog theme park, where people just want balloons right by the front door. They would walk in the front door, everybody would have a balloon. Apparently in Parkitect, they really like it if the balloon shop is near the exit of a ride. So they get out of the ride, they're all excited, they want to buy a balloon. So if we get balloons unlocked, maybe that might be a good area for that. And then I've got some spaces here. This would not be the worst place in the world for, say, a trash chute, and maybe some toilets would be good over here. Okay, let's, I'm messing around with this. Let's actually get people doing their thing. You do that, open that, great. Now, fidget with your settings a little bit. Let's get your maintenance budget down, but let's get your maintenance time down as well. Okay, and you can at least wait until you're half full. And then if this is just getting completely slammed, I'll put it on wait till full. Obviously, this area is not going to be particularly decorative yet, but we'll work on that. We'll pick at that. Okay, Log Flume. Ready to go. We have Log Flume action. Do I want to put shops over here? How big is the depot? Remind me. It's like a 2-tile thing, right? Yeah, it's a 2-tile building. I could totally squeeze that over there somehow. I might even have room for a staff room in here, too. That's not a terrible idea. Maybe just this whole area in here is a couple of shops and a staff room. I could run the employee path around the edge of it. How much money do I have? Not a lot. Okay, get me out of that. I haven't actually really looked at our financials recently. Obviously, we're down because I just spent a ton of money. But how are we overall? How are we doing overall? Ride admissions is looking pretty tasty right now, actually. Seem to be getting around the $500 average per month. That's not bad. I can live with that. Park admissions could go up. And we've added a couple of rides. Going with my comments section idea of a base rule of thumb is that you can kind of bump up the park admissions by about $1 per attraction. Where are we at? We're at $3. Well, we've got way more attractions than that. I think let's get it up to, say, $3.50. We'll just kind of keep nudging things up. And while I'm doing that, what are we charging for turkey legs? $3? What do people think about that? Really worth the money. And 9 people wanted to get them. 3 people think it's really worth the money. Nudge that up just a little bit. How about 330? And what do you think of bubble tea? What's your broad exit poll on that? Really worth the money, 96% satisfaction? Okay, bump that up just a tiny little bit. Just squeeze every penny that we can get. Sunglasses is worth the money. Everyone's got a hat. I mean, everyone is buying these absurdly large sombreros, so let's get that bumped up to a few pennies more. And the cowboy hat, let's bump that up a little bit. Okay. Sun visor, you said that was worth the money. Well, is it now? And just the regular size sombreros and tricorns and pirate hats. You know what? Everybody's going to want a pirate hat. Let's squeak that up a little bit. Okay. Where does that put me on the second island here? And could I squeeze? Oh, hang on a sec. Can I squeeze Ferris wheel in here? I do really like the idea of that being some shops and an employee area. And if I don't squeeze it in there, could I maybe... Oh, fidgety little build areas. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. So short answer is yes, I can totally squeeze Ferris wheel in there. And the Log Flume people will love that, because they're going to be able to look at the people on the Ferris wheel while they're going back and forth. That's going to really bump up this area. You know what? I love it. I really like the idea of the Ferris wheel being here. I do want some more shops in here, but maybe we could do something, well, somewhere else. Oh, I'm just kind of dithering around here because I'm really torn. I really want this to be a shop and employee area. This is also a completely perfect area for Ferris wheel. Unless maybe I put it here. It doesn't look as good, truth be told. It just flat out doesn't look as good. Nearby theme park closed, drawing more visitors to me. Okay, excellent, good. Nope, I'm not committing to that yet. I really like the idea of shops and employee areas. Sorry, I'm just completely dithering and kind of looking at things. In fact, let me just pause that. Let me work on a few little touches in here. I think I'm definitely going with my idea of some toilets here. If I can squeeze it in, a trash chute over here. Yeah, let me work on that, and then maybe by the time I'm done with all of that, I will have made an actual decision about what's going to live in the middle of Log Flume. Okay, I've kind of answered my own question at this point just by convenience. So I put a trash chute here. It didn't quite fit in this corner because of Log Flume's little curve here. And I'm going to put some more toilets in here and then, obviously build something around that to make it prettier. But in doing that, obviously I had to create the tunnel for the trash chute. And if I'm going to go to the effort of building that tunnel all the way under the river here and coming up and linking it up with this tunnel, I may as well, just for convenience sake, put the shops and employee area over here in the depot, just because I got the tunnel. It just doesn't make sense for me to put anything else, because it's just super convenient to do that. So we're going with plan A of shops and probably another employee staff room area there. Let me get back to building, not that. Let me get back to building the thing that I actually wanted to build, which is the toilets. They're going to go here. And give me another one, please, which is still not the thing I want. There it is right there. Okay, that and that. How exactly... You know what? Check that. I'm just going to rearrange these a little bit differently, just so they're going to be a little easier to build around. So check that there, and then path building. Okay, let me pretty this up a little bit. Okay, so there's that setup. 2 toilets and the trash chute there. And this seems like a super awesome spot for some jumping fountains, I think. I don't know why oh yeah, right along the beach. There we go. I know they're not inexpensive, but I do like, actually, you know what? I don't like that many of them. Okay, I'm going to take it back a notch here. Take it back, get rid of that, and get rid of that one, and get rid of that one. Yeah, do that. I do like the jumping fountains, but maybe not quite that many. How about some regular old flowers here? So some flowers there. Where's my little color box here? There we go, one of them. And some black flowers for the goth kids. There you go. And one of those. And then jumping fountains in the middle. Can I put flowers over the jumping fountains? If I did, I'd want them in a different color. Can I do that? Oh, I can. Oh, super. Oh, good. That's neat. I like the jumping fountains coming through the flowers. That's nice. Okay, So toilets and trash chute, that should be all set. I know they're not going to especially love having the toilets right there, but they're as decorative as I can make them. And we should also start to get the usuals, like some benches going on, maybe one there, and definitely one over there. People are probably going to be tired heading all the way over there. Trash cans so they can vomit in them because they're a bunch of animals. So that can live there. That one can live over here. And how about one right over here, just in case? Okay, all of that being done, what are we actually researching and how far along are we? Water rides, right. When you're done with that, I'm going to have you get going on shops. I don't want to put the staff room and depot and all that nonsense down yet. We don't really have anything to put there. Although, I know spread out the shops. I feel like this is kind of spread out. I feel if I, maybe did another turkey leg thing or something over there, it's not going to be the worst thing in the world. It's not like they're all right next to each other. It's actually quite a ways off. If you walked all the way over here, you might need another turkey leg by the time you were done with it. Hey, you with the sombrero, how are you feeling about Log Flume? Log Flume was a really good deal, and you're looking for somewhere to get something to drink. And you did that right before you got off Log Flume. Okay, yeah, plan A is we're going to put some shops here. We'll put another one of the bubble tea things down and some food of some sort. Or at least I would start doing all of this, except I kind of blew all my money. So little cash poor right at this exact second. I think I got just enough to put the employee path down. Okay, the guests are going to hate that. They are absolutely going to hate that, but I just kind of need them to pay the bills for a little bit until I can make that a whole lot prettier than it is right now. I know I could take a bank loan. I am well aware that I could take a bank loan. Not having any debt is one of the requirements of this scenario, and again, I know that doesn't mean I can't take a bank loan and then pay it back, but if I can avoid taking the bank loan at all, then that just kind of puts me ahead of the game. So really, I've kind of gone on a bit of a spending binge in this park doing this island. I probably should have done this a little bit slower, but things are ticking along. Money is coming in, so as we're doing this, I can kind of start building some walls around here, just sort of... Oh, what? Whoa. I have 250 guests in my park. I have $8,000. Never mind. It's all fine. Everything's 100% fine. Apparently, I got $8,000 for having 250 people in the park. Walls for everyone. Decoratives all over the shop. We're going to go nuts here. Now I can put that second shop down. Cool. Okay. What did I want to put in there? Oh, turkey legs. Right. So I put the drinks down, the bubble tea, and I'll get turkey legs in there, and let's make sure that not the staff room, that room, add that, thank you. Okay, so you know to stock those two areas. Cool, well, with an $8,000 bonus there, let's make this a little bit nicer to look at. And let's get a couple of awnings in here because that looks nice. I'm not going to put one there because I want to leave the little drinks thing. I think that looks neat. And maybe just something weird on top of the roof because why not? Like cylinders. Everybody loves cylinders. It's what all the kids are into these days. Crazy kids with their rock music and their hula hoops and their fax machines and their cylinders. Yeah, you guys can live right there. Now, that should all work, quote unquote. Eventually, a hauler will get over there. Probably, I feel like don't need to zone out the second hauler just for this. I mean, it's not the worst idea I've ever had, but he can also kind of be free form and go where he needs to go. Probably wouldn't kill me to get a path. Yeah, as soon as I'm saying it and looking at it, let's get a path going here. And, I was thinking about putting something in there, though. You're probably not going to let me squeeze a path under there, are you? No, you're not. Didn't think so. Okay, get rid of that. I'll have a think about that, figure out what I'm going to do over here. This just became a little bit of a fidgety area. I suppose I could loop something over here and put it over there. And now that I'm saying all of that out loud, I'm kind of going back to the idea of putting Ferris wheel here. I mean, I've got the money now. I've just got an $8,000 bonus. I think we can definitely afford to put Ferris wheel right here. Right smack in the middle. Okay, here's my plan. Queue there. Exit over here. Okay. That's the easy part. Now how the heck do I make all of these paths and queues work? Okay, for right now, this is how I'm going to do it. The queue's going to come out here. Let me actually turn this on. Should be sensible. I was going to say, did I turn Log Flume down? But Log Flume is clearly working. Team 1 has finished research. Excellent. Good. Oh, bumper boats. Oh, super. There's something I can't really use. Go back to shops, please. Or, oh, maybe comm rides, because we just threw down all our comm rides. No, give me... I want to unlock another shop. So give me that. Oh, speaking of shops, I see the hauler's gotten over here and done his thing. Super. Give me your stats, please. Let's take down that. And that'll save us some money. And we'll take down this. And that will mean people actually get over there. Okay, so the only problem I'm seeing is here is this doesn't make a lot of sense. In terms of you come out here and you just sort of get pushed back over here, and then you're coming around again. It's sort of an endless loop, some sort of Sisyphean nightmare of an amusement park where you're just going around the Ferris wheel over and over again. I'll figure something else out. As we expand into this area, I feel I can move people around a little bit better. Now the question is, what do I do with this area? This screams out for something. I was thinking about putting shops there, but now I've got shops over here. So, you know, that's good. Hey, you, what are you thinking right now? You want to go on Ferris wheel? No high-intensity rides here that interest me. Okay. Okay. Well, I don't know how to help you on that. Have we done all of our thrill rides? No, because we never did this Tourbillon thing. Many of my guests are thirsty. Okay. Yeah, get going on those shops. I've only got the bubble tea. I've got another one up. People can get bubble tea if they want it. Do I do another set of shops here? It seems like they're all going to be very, very close together. That doesn't seem productive. But if the guests are legitimately asking for more something to drink, oh yeah, 35 people are saying they want something to drink. And I've only got the bubble tea. I mean, you're drinking bubble tea. Let me be very clear about what you're going to have to drink around here. Where are my tunnels? How are my tunnels laid out? Oh, okay. I could actually just come over and then right up into this. So just for argument's sake, if I did that and then came... no, not like that. Like that. No, that's not going to do what I wanted to do. Okay, check that. I'll come back to that in a bit when I feel like fidgeting with it. In the meantime, let's just throw down some benches and trash cans. So have one of those there, and yeah, definitely one over here because that's where all the shops are. And throw down some benches as well while I'm thinking about it. Benches, please. Thank you. You can have one there, and I don't know, one there and one there. And then I might think about something else for you. Wow, Ferris wheel's already jammed up. Okay. Ooh, do I have you on wait till full? Probably not. No, wait till full, please. Wait till full. Okay, and how long do people get on this ride? I don't really want to fuss with that too much because we want them to have a really good satisfaction rating. Oh, you only get the one round. All right. All right, that's fine. Good. Go with that then. Well, I'm still not sold on putting another area of shops in here. I feel that's kind of wasting space. But I had set aside an area here for a future shop. I could just put the bubble tea right here. There's no specific reason I can't do that. People are really complaining that there isn't anywhere to get something to drink. Yeah, I'm going to deal with that in just a second. You don't worry about that. Yeah, you'll deal. Somebody will get over there at some point and deal with that. Thank you very much for doing that. Right, I don't have a depot here because I couldn't squeeze one in, so unfortunately they have to see the hauler for that. Yeah, I just feel it would be a waste of space to put a whole bunch of shops in here when I might be able to squeeze in another ride. I don't think either of the thrill rides are going to do it because they're a little too big. Even Gravitron really... it just doesn't sit where I want it to sit. And I know that's stupid and it's not playing the game properly. I should just plunk it down and be done with it, or I could terraform it in somewhat, but I'm trying to work with what I've been given here, because I think that's kind of the fun part of it for me, is to work with what I've got. So long story short, I don't want to put Gravitron there. Ferris wheel would have been really good over there. Oh well, that's where Ferris wheel lives right now. And I still want to mess with these paths because I'm not super happy with them. What the heck am I going to do here? And did that help with... well, actually, is it even stocked up yet? Yeah, it's not even stocked up. I was going to check if the bubble tea has made people less thirsty, but they haven't even got to stocking it yet. What could I be doing with while they're getting around to doing that? Well, decorating this area, certainly. Let's get some stuff going on in here. Maybe, I don't know, some rocks or something. Rocks are good. People like rocks. How about a huge rock? How about a ginormous rock right there? And how about a really smaller rock, sort of tucked in the corner here by Log Flume? And trees. Everybody loves trees, and they're really, really easy to put down. We've done a lot of palm trees. How about a sakura tree? Because, why not? Oh, it just doesn't quite fit in there properly. Willow? I don't suppose you want to get a willow in there. Now the willow's even huger, isn't it? Okay, how about just a poplar? Okay, you love the poplars. Great, okay. Slam some of those in there, and there, and there, and there, and another one there. That's a whole lot of poplars, right by Log Flume. Okay, did you get around to doing the thing yet? No? Okay. Maybe I should get another hauler going. How many haulers do I have? Oh, that's a really good question, actually. Oh, I only have the one. Oh, okay. Then definitely, yeah, we need another hauler. Absolutely. You can live there, and the first one, can be zoned out to Zone 1, and the other one can just sort of go where he feels. So one roaming, and then as we get other areas up and running, then we'll start zoning out other areas. Boy, people love this over here. I see a lot of people have drinks in their hands. I bet, I feel we need some more benches around here. Give me some more of those, please. One there, one there. I was going to look at our broad overview. Okay, you got that stocked up. Excellent. So, all of that being done, how are people feeling here? Agnes Lopez has been queuing for Ferris wheels since 131. Well, that's super. Oh, now that I just happen to be looking right at the prices, why don't we just kind of bump some of these up a little bit? No, go away. And bump a little bit of that up. Oh, Log Flume definitely needs to be more than 250. Steel Coaster's probably pretty good. Wipeout needs to get bunched up a little bit. There we go. Okay. Shops, everything is open and doing its thing. Employees and that. All right. Now, I wanted to look at how thirsty people are and what their overall experience is. Overall, not too bad. Everyone seems pretty happy and not thirsty and not hungry. Overall, 79%. That's good. We've held the goals completion for 2 months to win. Have an experiences rating of 70%. All right, we're crawling up. We're crawling up to that 70% mark. Have known loan debts. Obviously, we don't have that. We need that profit of 1,500. We're actually not doing as bad as I thought. Up to 582, and I'm building a ton of stuff. So the fact that we have a profit of 582, we're over a third of the way there. That's not too bad. I can kind of live with this. All right, the next thing I want to do is kind of, air quotes, finish this island in terms of decoratives and make a decision as to what's going to live here, because this is just going to annoy me at this point. I wonder if I could squeeze another coaster in here. I mean, I could do another steel coaster. I don't want to start doubling up on rides. That just seems silly. But I could theoretically do a junior coaster. Start it here. Have it go up and over. Oh, that would be so little space to get that to come back around, though. All right, I'll have a think about that. It's pouring rain again. And there's obviously no rain protection on Ferris wheel, but I could definitely put some pavilions down here. That would help people, make them a little bit happier. Let me start prettying up this area and kind of locking this island down. Yeah, okay, just filling in some stuff here with bulrushes for no readily apparent reason, apart from the fact that I think they look neat next to Log Flume. And with 8,000 bucks, I can afford a few at $3 a pop. It's fine. Just gonna kind of randomly throw those in there. I like that. I think that looks nice. Some vases in here. Park map. Oh, that's a good idea. Now that I say park map, we could put an info kiosk down. And a cash machine, for that matter. Where would be a good spot for a cash machine? Sort of somewhere in this neck of the woods. Kind of want to put the info kiosk down, say, here. That seems like a really sensible spot for an info kiosk. You'd want an info kiosk down there. And, you know, now that it's wicked dark out right now, how about some lamps around here? It's kind of pitch black. There we go. That's a little better. I bet people will like that. Probably don't want to be in the dark. You can have one right by the park map so you can read it. There we go. Even better. Now, cash machine... because I want to be getting all the monies that I can out of these people. Where would you like to live today? Can you live there? I don't know if you can live there. You could definitely live over here. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and live there. And as I recall, I can't remember. Do you guys hate those things? Do you hate cash machines? No. No, you don't. I could make it better, but you don't hate it. Which is good. How are we feeling over here? I can still work on my decoratives over here. It's not terrible. I've certainly done a lot worse than this. But definitely up along this stretch, we can get this way more decorative than this. It's not bad, but it could be a lot better than that. Yeah, I know you hate the delivery area. I could still kind of pick away at this area too and see if I can do a little better over here. Okay, one info kiosk there, one over there. Maybe I just throw down one toilet here, box this in to make it look prettier. That's a pretty decent idea. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, just something real simple around this, just to pretty it up a little bit. I could, you know what, that place is just screaming for a tree. I can't imagine that little patch of land not having a tree. Do you want me to let me fit the Sakara in here now? Oh, there we go. Now I can fit a Sakara in there. Oh, yeah, I like that. I like that. And you know what that needs? That needs some bulrushes in there, because bulrushes. I'm all about the bulrushes now at $3 a pop. And have a couple more around here while I'm in the neighborhood. Okay, there we go. So, actually, I really like the way that looks. It's very simple, but I like the way that looks. And I need more bulrushes over here. More with the bulrushes. There we go. Okay, perfect. I actually, for such a small structure, I really dig the way that's placed. That's very cool. What does everyone else think of it? That's the important part. Oh yeah, they like that. They like that a lot more than they did before I built that around that. Yeah, they're a lot happier with that cash machine. Cool. All right, well, that's good. And there's an extra toilet. That's a good thing to have. I did put a trash chute over here. Yes, I did. Okay, so I got a trash chute over there. This is all pavilioned off. Little bit of rain protection there. Still want to fidget with this blank area up here, but that's fine. Log Flume is going well. Ferris wheel is going well. And let me just check back in with my first section of my park here. How are we doing over here? People still digging the roller coaster? Well, thing's full. Thing is full. Good. Okay. Info kiosk number 2. I am pretty happy. Oh, hot dogs. Great. Fantastic. Fantastic. All right. You need to do something else at this point. Why don't you get going on... I think we've kind of used up our calm rides right now. So why don't you get going on a calm ride? And now we've got hot dogs available. I don't really have anywhere to put them. I suppose I could replace the turkey leg thingamahoozy what's it with hot dogs. Just for variety. Although people seem to be going in and buying turkey legs. So I could do that. I'll have a think about whether I just replace that. Or I could easily squeeze some more shops in here. I don't know. I'll have a think about that. I'll have a think about a lot of things, and most importantly, have a think about where the next spot to expand to. And keep this blank for right now, this little no man's land here, until I find exactly the right thing to go down in there, and I don't know what that is yet. But then I got to think about, do we go over here? Which does make a logical degree of sense. It would give people who are getting off the Ferris wheel somewhere to go. I know I could make this path one way so people didn't come in and get bored and turn right around, but I'm going to put something over here anyway, so I don't feel the need to really do that. Or do we go over here? Group of vandals. Okay. Okay. We can cope with that. You look like a vandal. And I'm sorry if you're not. You know what, that was totally prejudicial of me. I was judging a book by its cover there. Fine, that's fine. And I'm also seeing some more vomit coming up. Let's just end this bit of Parkitect with, okay, you're zoned for Zone 1. That's good. Here's what I want to do. We're going to make Zone 2, and we're going to make that here. So this is going to be Zone 2. Perfect. And then I am going to hire another security guy, and you can start living over here. You'll even have your own staff room. It'll be great. You work in Zone 2. Mechanic. Third mechanic. You work in Zone 2. And surprise, surprise, janitor. Third janitor. You also work in Zone 2. So I've got one steel coaster is broken. Great. I've got 3 mechanics. 2 of them will be down here. One is going to be zoned up here. One is zoned for here, and one is freeform. One is just wandering wherever they need to. Same with security. Same with janitors. I don't think I need to do that for haulers quite yet. What did I do with my haulers? Haulers. No, mechanics, haulers. Okay, I do have one zone for Zone 1, and the other's wandering. Well, he's only got the 2 shops up here. It'll be fine. And then later on, I'll zone him out for something else. Okay, super. I am broadly happy with where I am in this right now. My roller coaster is a little bit more boring than I might like it, but it's working, and people are getting on it, and people seem to be pretty pleased with it, so that's good. I'll have a think about what part of this we're going to expand to next, and then we'll move on with Archipelago Adventures. Sorry you missed a bunch of this. There's a whole, 3 hours worth of gameplay that I recorded, and no, not a stitch of audio on it. Some people might appreciate that, but it just ain't that kind of channel. Self-deprecating humor is kind of my jam. So sorry you missed a bunch of that, but hopefully we're all caught up now in Parkitect, and we'll pick up some more of Archipelago Adventures next time. Hey, if you enjoyed the video, do please leave a like down below. It does cheer me up no end when people do that. And if you're new to the channel, maybe just checking it out for the first time, feel free to hit that subscribe button and you can see more of this ridiculous nonsense. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time. Anyone want to get the head out of the hot tub? Did you want to maybe pull this head out of the hot tub? That's not sanitary, guys. That is not okay. That's a health code violation in the mansion.